Okay, let's talk about the ultimate gods of the DC multiverse. I mean, the beings that were there at the very creation of the multiverse itself. For example, you've got this guy right here, the Anti-Monitor, one of my favorite all-time DC villains, if you can even call him that. He's really, this immortal entity. But more specifically, let's talk about his counterpart, the Monitor. Why? Because I bought a bunch of toys so I could assemble him. And here he is. Really cool. One of the most powerful beings in all of the DC universe. What you need to know is that the Monitor is overseeing the positive matter universe, right? And that kind of puts him on the side of good most of the time. And the Anti-Monitor has reign over the antimatter universe. Now, this all comes together when Crisis on Infinite Earths happens, which is like the most important event in all of DC history, where the Anti-Monitor is basically wiping out all of the positive matter universes in the multiverse. And that's how everything gets consolidated down to one Earth. I believe the Monitor dies there, but I don't think the Monitor and Anti-Monitor can really ever permanently die. I do have Crisis on Infinite Earths #1, signed by the late, great George Perez, and the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor are heavily involved in this crisis, this first crisis. Basically, there was a scientist known as Krona who built a machine to witness the dawn of the universe. And when he did that, his observation of that caused the universe to split into a positive matter multiverse and a single antimatter universe. Now, the first appearance of Krona is in this issue right here, Green Lantern #40 from 1965. This is a really important comic book because this is the beginning of the idea of the DC multiverse. Now, what we'd learn later when Scott Snyder came along is that the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor were actually created by a being known as Perpetua. Now, we go up a whole level to like omniversal creation when we talk about Perpetua and the hands in the greater omniverse. So I'm not going to get into all that, but Perpetua created 3 children: the Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, and the World Forger. As you know, the Monitor was for the positive matter universe, Anti-Monitor was for the antimatter universe, and the World Forger was basically the one who would create the new universes or new worlds and send the corrupted worlds down into the dark multiverse. And that's where the concept of the dark multiverse came from, which we saw in the Dark Knight's Metal event, which was one of my favorite events. It's really cool. So as a Monitor, he basically possesses infinite power, and he draws his power from the multiverse itself since he's tied to all positive matter. He is described as one of the most powerful beings in all of the multiverse. He has cosmic awareness, energy construct creation, enhanced senses, immortality, superhuman stamina, and more. And also like genius level intellect. Yeah, we're talking, this is a god. This isn't a hero or villain. This is like a god of the DC multiverse, which is really, really cool. Yeah, these are just some really cool action figures and comics that I'm super happy to have in my collection.